We finally reached the end of Samurai Jack, and the season finale was emotionally devastating. What's up, everybody? My name is Joshua Yale. I'm going to talk full spoilers for the series finale of Samurai Jack, the last episode that we're ever going to get of Samurai Jack of Season 5. So here we go. And the big thing, of course, to talk about in this episode is the Ashi of it all. It was a big twist when in the final battle between Jack and Aku that Ashi ended up having all of Aku's powers, and she was the key that let him go back in time and stop Aku from ever taking over the world. But of course, that was very bittersweet for Jack, and that really made the emotional crux of the entire episode, essentially the entire show in a way, because Jack, up until this season, didn't really have anything specific he was fighting for. He didn't even really have a sidekick or anything, but he fell in love with Ashi. And so the fact that she was so intricately tied to Aku and had his powers, but also couldn't exist if he was defeated in the future, created a really, really crazy ending, because Jack looked like he was going to have that happy ending, right? He's going to get married with Ashi, and it was sort of in the back of your mind that this doesn't track because of all the time travel, but I guess it's happening. But nope, she disappears, and Jack is devastated. And so was I. I cried a little bit. But the best stories out there have bittersweet endings that you really stick with you after you watch it. Titanic, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, if you've seen the most recent episode, most recent season. So yeah, all of that it really tracks that Genndy Tartakovsky and his team decided to go this way with Jack, because if he just went back and killed Aku, then it would be like, okay, it was pretty anticlimactic, but the fact that there was an emotional stake to it really made it sting in the end. But at the very end, with Jack sitting under that tree, he's sitting there, he's very upset, he's very sad, but that ladybug lands on his hand and he sees, it reminds him of Ashi, that little scene earlier in the season from when she started to develop an appreciation for life and for nature. And those are things that Jack really values. So it was just this huge emotional swell at the end, and we saw that little smile. So even though the existence of his greatest nemesis gave him his greatest love, he couldn't have one without the other. So even though it was taken away from him, he still has a really special memory of Ashi. So it's a bittersweet ending, but it's a fitting one for Samurai Jack. He went back, he saved the day, and it's actually an ending that I'm really happy with. The whole season was very much more emotional and mature, and went to places that the rest of the series didn't, and I thought the ending was fitting to do that as well. So let me know what you think of the last episode ever of Samurai Jack in the comments, and for, well, not anymore on Samurai Jack, keep it here on IGN.